Having a child changes your life. One family in Plymouth was overjoyed to welcome a baby girl into their life. But as Meredith Hackler shows us, their joy became concern once their daughter was diagnosed with an extremely rare disease.
Lainey Matuska looks like a healthy baby girl, but not long after her parents brought her home from the hospital, they noticed something was wrong.
We felt like we were in the twilight zone. I mean, we kept going to doctors. They just kept telling us, I've never seen this before, but she'll probably grow out of it. So just give it time. Babies do weird things.
The Matuskas took their daughter to a specialist where they received news they never could have imagined.
After multiple tests, multiple specialist visits, the last thing we did was genetic testing. And we found out that Lainey had alternating hemiplegia of childhood. So we didn't even know what that was. I don't think anyone knows what that is.
Alternating hemiplegia of childhood, or AHC. It's an extremely rare neurologic condition that only affects 1 in a million children. It can cause temporary paralysis, often affecting one side of the body.
The initial diagnosis for us was absolutely devastating. I mean, everything you read about what the disease constitutes, it's terrible news across the board. It's cognitive impairment, physical impairment. There's just a lot of unknowns with the disease too.
Even though the Matuskas didn't know much about AHC, they started researching ways they could cure their daughter. They came across an initiative to help cure AHC by gene therapy.
You're essentially taking a good copy of the gene and inserting it into the brain, and then it overcomes the bad copy of the gene.
People from across the globe are working together to raise money to fund the research needed to get trials started. The Matuskas say the hardest part about raising money is that many people don't know what AHC is.
Since we're such a small disease, we don't have the big name that everyone recognizes.
We don't have a pink ribbon, that people can rally around.
The Matuskas and other families affected by the disease are hopeful that trials will begin within the next couple of years, especially since time is a huge factor.
Time is of the essence for them because you're dealing with a neurodegenerative disease. So the earlier you can get a cure for especially these young ones where there's still plenty of time left in their life, the better. Obviously.
In Plymouth, Meredith Hackler, CCX News.
If you would like to help the Matuska family fund the gene therapy research needed to help their daughter, you can donate to their cause by heading to our website, ccxmedia.org. It's a common refrain in Brooklyn Park. How do you recruit and keep good restaurants in the city? City staff have been studying that for the past few weeks. They've identified more than 100 restaurants that are in Brooklyn Park and have talked about strategies for getting the word out about them. One idea is providing more events and opportunities for food trucks.
Whether we pilot it this season and look to the future, what food trucks can and should be able to do in Brooklyn Park so that we become a more food truck friendly community as a whole.
Staff also says Brooklyn Park is following national trends with more national chains like Applebee's closing and more quick casual restaurants like Panera or Chipotle expanding. In Plymouth, a major construction project got underway this week. Crews are replacing the County Road 9 Rockford Road Bridge over Interstate 494. Work will also be done to improve the intersection. The project is a joint effort of the city, Hennepin County, and Minnesota Department of Transportation. The bridge will be open during phase 1 of construction, but will close during the next phase later in June. Construction will take place through November. Well, get ready for a new fitness option in the Northwest Metro. As Eric Nelson reports, it's the thrill of boxing without the risk of injury or being hit.
I'm super excited to be opening in the Northwest Suburbs.
Coming soon to Maple Grove. It's cardio with a punch.
It's a group fitness class. Most people think of group fitness and they think everybody's in a line doing the exact same thing. Couldn't be further from the truth here.
In a few days, the plastic bags come off these heavy bags, and Title Boxing Club opens in this former mattress store. However, there will be no lying down here.
So we've basically taken all the good from boxing and made it into a great workout club.
1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. These boxing classes are exhausting.
3 minutes on a bag, it's a big workout.
Participants experience a workout trifecta: cardio, strength, and resistance training.
You're burning a ton of calories and you just feel empowered. I mean, maybe that's in the end, right? Why do people work out? Because they want to feel good. When you do this, you feel good.
And don't be fooled by the name. According to owner Stephen Coopersmith, the workouts are for getting in shape only. Members can channel their inner Floyd Mayweather without worrying about concussions or other injuries.
There's no black eyes, there's no bloody noses. The only thing that will ever be hit in this club are these bags.
Classes range from 45 to 60 minutes, and there are 8 3-minute rounds.
Keep it going,
while a trainer watches and motivates.
Good.
Members of Title Boxing Club run the gamut when it comes to age. They've got members as young as 8 and as old as 70.
They come in all shapes and sizes. We have super fit people. Ben Lieber from the Vikings is one of our members. And then we have people who are looking to get in shape for the first time ever. Our goal is to be the best hour of our members' day.
This is the 3rd Title Boxing Club Coopersmith owns. He is glad to finally be in the Northwest Burbs.
No exaggeration, for 4 years I have been looking for a location in Maple Grove.
I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
The Maple Grove facility will be the 8th Title Boxing Club in Minnesota. And a reminder, you can see all of our stories on our website, ccxmedia.org.
We're heading to the home stretch for local track and field athletes. Conference titles were on the line in the 14-team Northwest Suburban Conference. Day 2 of the conference finals at Maple Grove. Girls 100 hurdles. Osseo's Kelsey Seelock is the winner in 15.45 seconds. She also wins the 300 hurdles and anchors Osseo's 4x400 relay team to a second-place finish. Boys 100-meter dash. Maple Grove's Evan Hull blazes to the win in a time of 10.95 seconds. Boys 4x200-meter relay. The Park Center team of Chris Frazier, Emmanuel Tamba, Bill Poyo, and anchor Dominic Fees take first for the Pirates in a time of 1 minute 30.78 seconds. Boys 800-meter run. Osseo's McKinnon McCorrell leads a tight pack and wins in a time of 1:59.39. We go to the field events, and Osseo's Eli Barlow is the high jump champion with a best of 6 feet. Back on the track, the girls 200-meter dash. Park Center freshman Labenra Ben is the winner in 25.98 seconds. Boys 200, Maple Grove's Hull edges Park Center's Fees. Hull's winning time 22.35 seconds. We talked to a few of the athletes about gearing up for sections and state.
Coming up in sections, I think it's going to be a pretty good race. You know, going up to these pretty good teams here in our conference, in our section, it's going to be a pretty good race. And yeah, I'm looking forward to run at sections with my team.
I think it's all about maintaining focus, really, and each day you got to attack practice as hard as you can and just know that your competition is working just as hard as you. So just keeping that focus and visualizing a lot.
I for sure want to beat my times from last year and definitely get up in the top wins for like first, second, or third. But there's a lot of talented girls, so it's always going to be a great competition, and I'm super excited.
As we check the team scores, Blaine wins the boys meet by nearly 100 points. Host Maple Grove is second with Osseo third. Then it's Champlin Park, Park Center, Andover, and Armstrong. Blaine also takes the girls title with Spring Lake Park second and Andover third. Osseo is the top team from our area in fourth place, with Champlin Park, Maple Grove, and Park Center in the 7, 8, 9 slots. In softball, rivals Maple Grove and Osseo met up in round 2 of the Section 5 4A tournament. Teams meeting Thursday after a postponement Wednesday. Maple Grove strikes early. Ellie Hossman lines it deep over the left fielder's head. Dorothy Dueck scores for a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first. In the second, Jade Tomaszek slashes a hit past the first baseman. It brings Maddie Doyle in for a 2-0 Crimson lead as they get plenty of base runners. Third inning, Sophie Culhane leads off the frame with a drive to deep left, and this is out for a solo home run and a 3-0 Maple Grove lead. And they break it open in the fifth. Doyle lines a hit to center field to score a Bella Daniels to make it 5-0 Crimson, and they keep hitting. Hossman blasts a bases-loaded drive to the gap in left center to score 3 more runs. Maple Grove wins 10-0 in 5 innings. We'll have more on the tournament Tuesday on our Sports Jam show here on CCX. In Section 6-4A, Wayzata faced top seed and defending section champion Edina in the second round. This one destined to be a high-scoring battle at Pamela Park. Edina opens the scoring as Molly McHugh connects for a solo shot to center field on her way to a 4-for-5 day at the plate. It's 1-0 Hornets. Later in the first, Katie Simon smacks a single to right field. Katie Olive, Katie Erickson score on the play as the Hornets get 3 in the first. Down 4-1 in the third, Wayzata's Amy Quast knocks it to first where it's juggled. Vanessa Civet scores and the Trojans add 1 more to pull within 4-3. Edina has a big bottom of the third though. Olive singles past the second baseman to score a run for a 7-3 lead. The Hornets get 5 in the frame to lead 9-3. Wayzata comes back in the fourth. Quast with a drive deep over the center fielder's head. Comes with the bases loaded and it scores 3 runs. Wayzata though loses 13-7 Edina the final.